Hey guys, and welcome back to Mad About Skin. Today, I want to share with you my ultimate anti-aging evening skincare routine. Well, more specifically, my ultimate tretinoin evening skincare routine. Now, recently I shared with you guys how I was able, through a lot of trial and error, mainly error, to successfully incorporate tretinoin into my routine. I'll leave a link to that video up there. On the back of that video, lots of you guys said, that's really useful, but we'd love to see it paired together in a routine so we can see how to layer and pair tretinoin alongside some of our other skincare favourites. Well, that's the purpose of today's video. I want to share with you how I successfully incorporate tretinoin in order to get maximum hydration, the smoothest skin of your dreams, some great anti-aging benefit, and all at a drugstore unaffordable price point. Sit back, relax, let's talk my tretinoin skincare routine. Now, before we get into this video, I would love to know, do you guys want to see more full skincare routines here on the channel? If you do, reach down and give this video a big thumbs up and a like. The more likes this video gets, the more it'll indicate to me that this is the style of content you guys want to see, and I'm always happy to incorporate more full skincare routines if you guys find it useful. I do also want to conduct a little bit of a survey here for a video that I'm planning in the future, and I want to know what your retinoid of choice is. Do you use tretinoin, or do you go for one of the other alternatives, retinol, retinal, all the others out there? Please, could you just take that quick minute to leave me a comment in the comments section below, just saying what retinoid you use, if you use one at all, because that feedback is then going to piece into a future video I have ideas for. So, from the bottom of my heart, thank you all so much. Now, without further ado, let's cut that waffle and delve straight on in. So when it comes to tretinoin, like I said, I'm not going to go over how I successfully managed to incorporate into my routine because that was in that previous video that's been linked. Today is all about, having a little fun, keeping it chatty and free-flowing, and share with you guys my current anti-aging evening skincare routine. My skin type is very oily and acne prone. I might be quickly approaching 40, but I still get regular breakouts. I definitely have blackheads and sebaceous filaments that I'm trying to keep a check in and keep on top of. And on top of all of that, I have the emergence of fine lines and wrinkles. This is normal. I feel here on YouTube, lots of people will use filters. There's content creators that like the filters or use other things to disguise that. I am not technologically savvy enough to do any of that. So you can guarantee what you see is kind of what you get. And for my skin today, you see there's some slight hyperpigmentation on the cheeks. That's for breakouts that are fading. I have some areas of discoloration down here that I've just always had, but I keep on top of with my skincare. And the fine lines and wrinkles tend to appear around, the crow's feet area and the laughter lines. That's kind of what we're going to tackle today. So always make sure when you're talking tretinoin or any retinoid in general, you actually start your routine with a gentle cleanse. I think, tretinoin is going to be particularly sensitizing and irritating on the skin. Even if you're an established user over many years, you can experience that sensitivity. So don't go in with a really harsh scrub or something that's stripping and drying. Keep it super gentle. So today I actually used two products which kind of make it a double cleanse, but I feel like a really simple double cleanse. So I started with my own cleanser. This is the Mad About Skin Gentle Jelly Cleanser. This is really gentle on the skin, gets everything off. I had multiple layers of SPF, I had some concealer on. Over the sink with this, massage it in for a minute, everything gone like that. Worked really well, and it doesn't strip, dry or sensitize. I probably washed my skin around 15 minutes ago. It's not tight, it's not dry, and I think that's the mark of a good cleanser. So I started with this, and I'd encourage everyone to explore cream cleansers in general. It doesn't have to be my one, there are lots out there, but go for an affordable cream cleanser because I think that's the key to success. This is one of my favourites, and we are going through a rebranding exercise, which is very exciting. So there'll be complete new packaging and everything going on in the future. So if you did want to get your hands on this, just so we can clear the decks in time for that rebranding, if you wanted to try this, it's currently 15% off with the discount code that I've linked in the description box below. If you wanted to give it a go, it's already like £11. Ridiculously affordable anyway, but there's an extra saving for you. After that, I then just quickly wiped over my skin with this. This is the Witch Cleansing Witch Hazel Toner. It's actually a micellar water with witch hazel in. I bought this at Tesco. For those of you that are in the know, Tesco here in the UK, Ireland, some other places, they do like a club card price. If you have their loyalty card, you sometimes get discounts, and I managed to get 50% off this with my club card. So why not? I think that runs right the way through, I don't know, say to the end of this month. So if you did want to try it out, definitely would recommend it. So for basically about a £1.50, this is a really nice, gentle witch hazel micellar water that I started using because I get some blackheads on my nose. I get some blackheads here too. And this really helps it. Witch hazel is great for that. And you want to make sure it's a gentler one. So I use this as a micellar water because it has those micelles in which are going to cleanse, and some witch hazel at the same time. I think this is a great way to kind of do a double cleanse without making it, you know, too overly laborious and difficult. So yeah, after I cleansed with that cream cleanser, I just swiped over the skin with this. Everything fresh, helps to tackle some of those blackheads, and for that price point, you know me, you guys, I'm cheap. I like a good saving if I can get one, so that's why I'm happy to shout that out. There are, of course, other witch hazel toners, which could kind of work the same way, but I like that because it has those micelles in which kind of act as a micellar water cleanser and witch hazel at the same time. So we're going to start the skincare routine proper. You guys know me, I'm not very dexterous. I get everything all over the place, so I do tend to cleanse off camera to keep it, and you just make sure that everything can be done properly. And now we're going to come into the proper routine. So glasses off, and I'm going to start with a spritz of this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous Liquid Hydration. When you're using tretinoin or any retinoid, because this routine would work with whatever retinoid you use, you want to maximize hydration. Retinoids can be a little drying on the skin, so anything you can do to boost the levels of hydration is going to help. And this is one of my favourite. Pack full of amino acids, just give it a spritz, and it just refreshes and hydrates everything. Oh, I think I might have just glued a cat hair to my nose there. The struggle is real. Yeah, make sure that your face is cat hair free before you spritz this. But it's a great way of just starting everything off. And I would say, make sure that you always apply your serums onto damp skin. They'll just work that little bit better. It's a cheeky hack for getting a little extra bang for your buck. Even if it's just water. Literally, if you just splash some water on your skin, just make sure that your skin is damp when you go on to apply your serums, and you'll just get a better application. So I'm going to come on to the retinoids later in the video, but I want to start the routine now with some things that kind of prep the skin ready for them. So I've got a couple of serums that I'm going to incorporate now. But before I do, I'm just going to go in with a slick of this. This is the K-Secret Collagen Vita Secret Multi Balm. I use this as a lip balm. It's really great, hydrating and protects the lips. This I actually rated as my #1 best Korean skincare product of 2024. If you want to see that video, again, I'm going to link it up there. I love this. You can use it under the eye, you can use it on the lips, you can use it on the elbows if you've got dry elbows, anywhere. It's just nice. It's collagen based, so it's actually great humectant. It's not sticky, tacky. And I do that first because you really don't want to get your retinoid, whichever one, onto your lips. So this provides a bit of a balm and a bit of protection. So let's come on to the serum. So first off, I'm going to apply this. This is the Geek and Gorgeous A Pad Azelaic Acid. I recommend everyone incorporate an azelaic acid into their routines when they're using tretinoin or any other retinoid, because azelaic acid is actually clinically proven to reduce inflammation and sensitivity in the skin. So if you're using a sensitizing retinoid, if you can set your skin up for success using azelaic acid alongside it, I think this is just a win-win. I'd recommend everyone do it. So the Geek and Gorgeous A Pad that I'm using here, again, linked in the description box below, is a azelaic acid derivative that studies show is best on oily and acne-prone skin. Actually reduces the amount of acne-causing bacteria, so for someone like me with adult acne, this is a holy grail. But I think this is so gentle, it works so well, and it just feels so good on the skin. So I'm going to work that in, and I always get red to filth at this section of the video. Now, normally when I'm doing my evening skincare routine, it's shirt off and I take all my products onto my neck. Because I've kept my jumper on, let's be honest, the world isn't ready for this amount of like Casper the Ghost whiteness. we don't need that in our lives. So for the benefit of everyone out there, decided to keep the jumper on. I'm not going to be taking it onto my neck, I'll do that afterwards. But before you all read me in the comments, I do absolutely take my skincare onto my neck, and I recommend everybody to do that without fail, because the neck will show aging and you don't want this beautiful, youthful, snatched face and then, you know, what people call the turkey neck. We don't need that. After that, I'm then going to come on to this. This is the Ordinary Aloe 2% plus NAG 2% solution. Again, calming with that aloe. That NAG is going to fade hyperpigmentation. So it's going to work on, you know, evening out the skin tone and just giving everything a little glow, boost of vibrancy. So again, this is a really simple routine because I like to make sure when I'm using tretinoin, I do keep things simple, but it's not a case of going right back to basics and not using anything else. It's just about using things in a conscious way and choosing things correctly. This works great alongside tretinoin and is one of my personal favorites. So again, I'll put this on. I don't know how much product you guys use. I tend to be quite lavish. And I've said to some people, you know, like a pipette, like a dropper of that will go onto my skin, and I like to be a little lavish. So a serum from The Ordinary will usually last me 4 to 6 weeks. Some people are like horrified by that. Say, oh, it lasts me 6 months. Others will say, oh, actually, I get through mine in 2 weeks. It's all about what works for you. So when we talk about, you know, the amounts of applying, it's going to depend on your skin type, the size of your face, how lavish you are with your application. Do you? Just because I use that amount doesn't mean that everyone else has to. Use what works for you. Because another comment I always seem to get in videos is, you use too much product or you don't use enough product. Like, do what works for you. You know your skin. Use what works for you. Now, finally, for serums, I'm going to come in with a peptide serum. Now, a lot of people are going to gasp and say you can't use peptides alongside tretinoin. You can. The formulation matters. So there are a lot of encapsulated copper peptide options on the market now, and that encapsulation means that you can use them alongside your tretinoin or your other retinoids without issue. This has really been a game changer for me and makes it so much easier. I actually created my own copper peptide encapsulated serum and peptide serum with a 3% concentration of copper peptides, which is going to deliver you some great collagen boosting, anti-aging benefit, but can absolutely be used alongside your tretinoin. Now, that's actually as of today on pre-order. We only have a limited amount because it's taken a lot of formulating and manufacturing, but I'm very proud of very proud of the formulation. There's going to be a full video talking about everything. I'm going to do a live stream so you guys can ask any questions. But if you did want to get it on pre-order, then it's available on the website. And again, I'll leave a link in the description box below if you want to get it on pre-order. And we're just finalizing everything now, ready to start shipments. But if you want to get in there early when you've got limited stock, you will, and there'll be a full reveal. I don't want to spoil it by showing it now, so I'm going to do it off camera, but I've got the product, and again, I just put it on my skin. I think encapsulation is fabulous, and it means that we can now use products together that maybe we couldn't before. It means they're a lot more gentle on the skin because it's more of a prolonged release. And if you don't want to use mine, here on Mind About Skin, I always say to people, shop the market. There's lots of different brands that I love. Naturium do a fabulous encapsulated copper peptide serum. Again, I'll leave an image of it here. That's a great option if you want to try it. There are lots out there, but I think encapsulation is the key to success. And I think it's going to be a huge trend in skincare in 2024, and I'm here for it. So now we're coming on to the main event, the actual application of the tretinoin and of the other retinoids. Now I say other retinoids because in my evening routine at the moment, I actually use 3 different types. Now I'm not saying you have to do this. This works best for me. However, if you're on a budget, you want to minimize products, then you can just choose one and use it. Yeah, really do what works for you. But I find a combination of 3. So on my neck, I use this. This is the Mad About Skin Retinal Oil. This is more gentle because it's retinal, less irritation, perfect for the neck, which is very sensitive, particularly on my neck, it's very sensitive. This means you can get your anti-aging without all of that sensitivity. I just couldn't use tretinoin on my neck, it wouldn't work. So I use this Mad About Skin Retinal Oil on my neck, which I'll do off camera after this video, but this is one of neck of choice. Under my eye, I use this. This is the Medik8 Crystal Retinal 3, a great option retinal that works under the eye in a super gentle way. Again, my eye area, very sensitive. I couldn't use tretinoin around it. This allows me to, and is one of the best anti-aging serums for the eye I've ever found. So good, absolutely love it. And this works beautifully well under the eye to minimize crow's feet and is super hydrating. Again, retinal, like with that Mad About Skin oil I just shared, so more gentle, less irritating than tretinoin. So this I'll use under the eye, and then I'll come on to my tretinoin. Now, do what works for you. Some people, the idea of having 3 different retinoids that you use on different sections of the face is going to be too much and overwhelming. For some people, it's going to work. I'm not here to tell you what you have to do. It's just about sharing options so that everyone can make the right choice for them. You could, of course, actually use that Medik8 eye cream on the neck if you wanted. You could also use that Mad About Skin oil under the eye if you want. I'd mix it for under the eye, mix it in with a little bit of moisturizer and apply it. Again, that means you don't have to have 3 products, you could have 2. But I would recommend, if you're using tretinoin, to maybe consider having another more gentle retinoid for under the eye and on the neck. I think that works best. So for applying my tretinoin, I'm now going to go in with my first layer of moisturiser. I use the sandwich method, which just for me works. So this is the Coats Triple Moisture Water Cream. I love this because it's got calming and soothing ingredients. It's got polyglutamic acid in, and it just works so well. So I'll put a layer of that on. And the reason this sandwich method works because it provides a bit of a barrier for the skin, so you're not going to get that intense hit of tretinoin straight off. It just allows, you know, a little bit more of a gentle release. I find this works great for beginners to tretinoin, but I still use it even though I'm more advanced with it. I'm going to go on to the tretinoin itself. I'm nearly out of this. I've got a new one in the bathroom. So this is one I actually got on prescription. But you can use some online pharmacies. You can use like Dermatica, do some. There's lots of different options out there. We took a pea-size amount. That, people, is a pea-size amount. You dot it across the skin. You can do as many dots as you want, and then you work it in. Avoid the contour of the eye, because obviously we've already put some product there and you don't want that extra irritation. So avoid the contour of the eye. And I would also avoid the corners of the nose, because these can be particularly sensitizing. So just avoid the areas where you know you're going to get sensitivity. Don't get it on the lips, but we've already put that balm on to protect it. And then work it across the skin. That is it. I think people are fearful of tretinoin, but that is it. This is super simplistic. That's the tretinoin application. A small amount, you now hopefully know what a pea-size amount is. Apply it to the skin, done. I'm going to top it off with another dose of the Coats Triple Moisture Water Cream. Again, all this it's got ceramides to boost the barrier function and everything, and that'll top everything off and complete my evening skincare routine. So I think as I put on the last layer of this, let's just demystify tretinoin. You know, can you use it with peptides? Yes, if you use the right formulation, the right type. Can you use it with other serums? Absolutely, as long as you're not using them with intense actives like vitamin C or exfoliating acids, you can absolutely use tretinoin with it. Can you use different retinoids in different parts of your face depending on sensitivity? Absolutely. Play around. Skincare is unique. It's unique to you, your skin type, your budget. Use what works for you. This works for me, and hopefully it's given you a little bit of inspiration and hopefully some confidence when it comes to applying tretinoin, and know that you can absolutely get some next level amazing anti-aging results whilst also minimizing the risk of sensitivity and irritation. It's taken me the best part of 4 years to get here. Like I say, lots of trial, error and fail with tretinoin, and so there is no shame in, you know, not getting it right first time. And hopefully by sharing the whole warts and all experience here on Mad About Skin, it just helps you guys to know that, you know what, failure is okay. It's all part of that journey, and hopefully give you a few hints, tips and hacks to get it right. Learn from my mistakes and get your tretinoin skincare routine on point. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and wherever you are in the world, guys, stay safe, stay well, and love your skin. Take care. Bye.